Are you ready for a dumpster fire? Hi, it's Romania Black. I basically poured an entire cup of coffee into this mug. It may or may not have other substances in it, but I figured I was going to need something this crazy to handle the Death Note Netflix movie. So I finished the anime. I have ordered the manga. It's arrived. I've started reading it. I'm a few volumes in. I'm going to be reading it and then getting ready for a reaction on it later this coming month. But yeah, and then obviously I have the musical to look at and a few other things. But I have since around the time I was at episode maybe 6 or 7, my brother was like, "Oh yeah, there's a Netflix version of Death Note," and I was like, usually not a good track record for live action adaptations of any anime. Anime is just not meant to be adapted into live action. I'm sorry, it's not. Nope. But my brother was like, "Oh yeah," and all he told me was that Willem Dafoe plays Ryuk, and that's it. And I was like, well, I, grew up watching the original Spider-Man 2002 movie, saw Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, and I was like, I could see that. And that's literally the only thing I know about this, except that it's apparently a trash fire. So I was like, you know what? We're starting the new year. I finished the anime, which was incredible. I'm reading the manga, which is incredible. We should maybe look at the darker corners of the Death Note franchise and just have fun. If you can call it that. Now, have I watched other live action adaptations of anime? I've really only watched one, which was Dragon Ball Evolution, which was a decision. And it was the most painful, awful thing. So I'm guessing this is probably going to be around those same lines. But you know what? I figured this will be fun. We can all watch together. We can just have like a nice little rant watch and just have fun and make fun of it, because it's probably going to be dumb. Because I'm like, how much are they going to be able to cram? It's an hour and 40 minutes. That's not promising. Because usually, like, if they try, they'll squeeze it out to 2 hours. If they're going to try, you can't fit a 37 episode franchise into an hour and 40 minutes. That's not even enough to cover the Boy Scout arc. That's not enough to cover any of those episodes. So you're going to try to squeeze. I'm curious if they're actually going to get... I'm very curious going into this. All I know, like I said, is that Ryuk is played by Willem Dafoe. That's all I know, which that may be a decent part of this. Maybe that'll be the saving grace. But I'm very curious if it's going to be just Light and L's part, if they're going to try... Again, you can't cram 25 episodes into an hour and 40 minutes. Not possible. But I'm like, are they going to try to do just the Light and L arc, and they're going to do a movie based on that? Or are they really going to try to cram everything into here? That's going to be a dumpster fire. If they try to put Mello and Nier into this and L's death, I don't know. Plus, we've been joking about it in the Chainsaw Man Discord about how names get altered when they translate it into the Netflix version because it's like an English audience. I'm just looking here at the description and it says Light Turner, and I about spit this coffee out. I was like, fuck. Light Turner, huh? It sounds like Timmy Turner. It sounds like a fairy godparents like parody's about to happen. But we were joking that like in Chainsaw Man, Denji would become Dennis. That's like the headcanon now in the Discord. But yeah, Light Turner, huh? Oh my god. So I guess we're gonna maybe take place in the US instead of Japan, which I feel like that is problematic because so much of this series is tied to Japanese culture and the government in Japan and the way that violence and the justice system is viewed. So changing it to just being in America does alter things a bit. And I'm just very curious. I'm more curious than anything. So I was like, you know what? We're going to start out the new year with a giant entire pot of coffee and beverage in here. Someone said I should make a drinking game out of this. I don't want to go to the hospital. Thank you, sirs and madams. But I have a feeling I'm going to need this. So, yeah. We are going to be watching this. I wanted to do something a little bit different than I normally do, and so I asked the Discord about this a while back, but I normally would have like a link to the description down below. But I feel like since we're celebrating and everything, I'm going to try to use earbuds. These normally don't stay in my ears well at all, and I hate them. So I may stop the movie and switch over to headphones at some point if it gets to be too much and just edit it to where we go to the next scene. But I'm going to try to use earbuds and try to just have it to where there won't be any sound, but if you're on Patreon, you'll get to see the full image. If you're on YouTube, we're just going to do the subtitles so y'all can see, and then we'll be able to like do this all together. Won't that be exciting? I think it'll be great. The subtitles are already on, which is, it already knows what it's expecting of me. So yeah. That way we can all watch this together and just soak in the majesty, and y'all can sync it up to your own accounts or whatnot. I'm sure you have Netflix for this movie. So you can enjoy it as well. But y'all, I don't know what I'm getting into, but we're about to find out, eh? Again, I don't think these are going to stay in well at all, but it's not like I really need to hear it. Right? So I am excited, y'all, to see what's going to go down with this movie. I hope you all are too. So we are going to start Netflix's Death Note and all of its cinematic glory. And we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1. And let's just, you know what? Low expectations. Maybe it'll be all right. Let's go. Turn it up just a notch. Oh, LP Entertainment. Oh, wow. Companies I've never heard of. That means it's going to be high quality. Was this like a Twilight opening? Or it looks like, I don't know, like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with the broken glass. When you have to have 2 studios work on it, is that a good thing? Oh, is that supposed to be the tower? Okay, I could get the tower if that's supposed to be it. Is this taking place? Oh, yeah, this is clearly the US, right? Yeah. Seattle! I was like, I thought that was a Space Needle. I mean, Light being kind of a prick. I'm not going to say anything against people in Seattle. I just always view Seattle as a little bit posh, maybe, or like, very like, oh no. No, that can't be. No, that can't be him. He's not hot enough. Oh, but he's just doing assignments for people. Okay. I mean, I could kind of see she's supposed to be Takeda. You know, if you told me that, like, why is she smoking during cheer practice? How is that even a thing? Who allowed that? You can't. That had better not be Misa. That looks like freaking Bella Swan. No. Oh no, he's... Okay, well, he's questioning it. Okay, maybe this is... Okay, Light doing the work for someone else is an interesting twist. I'm not opposed to that. Although that would suggest Light doing something for someone else, which we know is not the case. I'm just amazed she could do cheer practice while smoking. Well, so far this is pretty on the nose, except he's outside. Although Light would never dignify himself to wear a cargo jacket like that. And he would not have a pin on it for sure. Know your roots, Netflix. Also, Light would not go somewhere without an umbrella in the case of rain. The girl with pigtails running away, I'm more inclined to believe is Misa. That girl is not Misa. If she is, I will eat a hat. God. Kenny, oh my God, are they gonna kill Kenny? Why did you have to, who calls people that? Why aren't you fighting inside? Oh my God, he's gonna kill Kenny! He's gonna kill Kenny! Oh my God, no! This version of Light is... Oh my God! I was like, Light's trying to sound impressive, but his voice, it does not work. No. He sounds like the guy that has been playing way too much trivia games and watching too much Jeopardy. This disgruntled teacher! Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, Mia. No, Misa is not Mia Sutton. Shut the frick up. No way. What? Why is his mom dead? Why is that? Got you for 2 weeks of your natural born life. Light would also not have grungy stickers in his locker. Did they even read the manga? Do they know Light at all? Or did they just look at a picture of him? Oh, what? Also, Light's supposed to be a ladies' man. He wouldn't be like, some jock wouldn't take her away. They just saw apples and a blonde guy and was like, I've got it. He's like, well, how will you know if I fall asleep or not? What? Did he even, what? I hate this in movies where they have something written on the screen, but they feel the need to read it out loud. I'm like, we can read it. You don't have to say it out loud or show it both at the same time. Do they have like all the names written in there? Or all the rules? Oh man, they actually... Now that is kind of neat that they have like... I almost wish that there would have been like previous names written in there, like from different people that have had it. That would have been kind of a cool twist. All right, let's get some bad CGI up in this. I'm ready. Also, why the marbles? Yeah, I'm kind of with him in that moment. Like, why? Are they just setting up like a Looney Tunes style? He's going to trip on the marbles and fall? Is that what we're setting up? That is what we are setting up, isn't it? You couldn't think of anything else. He couldn't have just been surprised to have seen Ryuk. Couldn't have just been that. I'm just amazed. Like, the guy, he kind of looks like Light. He's not hot enough, but he's kind of like him. He looks like somebody that would think he's hot enough, though. Okay. All right. Is he going to be like Light and just not be as freaked out? Nope. Why does it have to be so over the top? Ryuk was just there. He was just like, okay, bye. How you doing? Oh my God. Why? Why'd you knock the apple away? Ryuk's supposed to like that. Actually, can we get Light being this ridiculous in the anime? This is like Boy Scout light, honestly. Like if Boy Scout light was the real light. Just show yourself, Ryuk. We went to all this trouble. All right, come on. Quit teasing. Is it bad that I want to see the anime light slapping himself in the face? Is that bad? They really are just not afraid to drop the F-bomb in this. Oh, this is going to be the best part of the movie, isn't it? But they're like not going to show us everything with him. I freaked out 5 seconds ago, but now I'm fine. Now I'm fine. Why is this shot like Twilight? This is just, it feels Twilight-ish. We're going to kill Kitty! They really don't want to show us Ryuk's face because I think they know it doesn't look good. And they're like, yeah, no, we don't want to show it to you. But was that a human hand that was handing him the notebook? Did we not digitally alter that? Ha! No, it is a human hand! They literally could not budget like CGI to get the hand to look less human. It's weird that like Ryuk's encouraging him to write in the notebook when we know that Light... Oh, do you have to write down how in the notebook? So in this version, do you have to write down how? You can't just leave it at a heart attack? Ah! Wait, what? No, wait, what? 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 How is the basketball connected to any of this? How is this connected? Oh, shit! Oh! What? What? Why? Seven days. Why 7 days? I'm not a fan of Light being encouraged by Ryuk and it not being Light's own justification from the start. But okay. He's like, damn it, I gotta clean all this up now. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be in detention for the rest of my life. Also, his house being right by this damn train? What? Is his dad not a cop? That's such a weird decision. Why would you have their house there? Like, did you kill him yourself, Light? Are we getting... Does he have Soichiro's sense of justice? Oh. Is he a cop or not? I guess he is a cop because he's talking about guns and aiming. There we go. Okay. Oh. 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 You ain't no Soichiro Yagami, but interesting. So his mom was so it's kind of like Misa's storyline mixed with Light's, that this guy killed his mom and got off the hook. I mean, this is Light is not like the anime at all. But damn, he's got them apples. We're just gonna go through all the rules that you know from the anime. That's actually funny. Oh, interesting. Now, I do like that aspect that, like, somebody who previously had the notebook tried to give him advice about Ryuk. I actually kind of like that. That's actually a really cool, creepy twist that, like, you can't trust Ryuk. I like it. But please, I hope he doesn't say Ryuk. That's just like, no, it's Ryuk. I like, he's like, this creature ate the apple before. Maybe he will eat the apple now. But that was a human hand! That wasn't a creature's hand! Digital effects! The fudge! I feel like I'm watching Cats all over again. It's a very L way to hold that apple. Right. Thank you! Good job, movie. Glad. That's kind of creepy that you saw him read it. Ryuk's the best part of this movie so far. By far. Uh. So they've tweaked these rules quite a bit, though. Because it was like 24 in the anime. Yeah, Willem Dafoe's the best part of this so far. Oh, yeah. So did they just say that you can only have it for 7 days, though? Oh. He's a lot more ominous in this version. He's not like a neutral party anymore, which is a decision. I'm not a fan of it, but it's not the worst decision. I just love that they just have no clue about Light's character at all. It's like they just didn't watch the show at all. They just looked at like the back of the DVD cover and then said, yeah, this sounds right. His dad's a cop. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly Misa's backstory with her parents, like her mom and dad being killed by the robber. Ah! That was great! The way they said that. His handwriting's also not as good as Light's. So now what? I I'm terrified to see who they have playing Elle. I'm just dreading it. I'm just honestly dreading it. Oh no! The unlucky salt shaker fell! Don't you know? No! Oh shit! Oh god! Why? 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 Man. Looks like a set from a Zack Snyder film, honestly. It's like if Twilight met Man of Steel. Also, Light's like, nothing about this is like Yagami. That's how he hit it! Under a notebook! Great! And he has no sister in this version, which is sad. Holy shit! Ah! That is a departure from Soichiro Yagami as well. No! That's so lame! Also, Light's mom being a hippie and then him being like, oh, we never saw it. I'm like, they loved each other in the original. You guys, did any of these executives at Netflix watch the anime? Did any of them? For more than episode. Ah! They're just like zooming into frame. Oh my god. No, that CGI is terrible. That's why he's in the shadows, because it looks so bad. I've seen stills from like the live action Japanese version and they look so much better. Why are you looking at the Death Note in the middle of the school gym? Light! Why? Also, if she's Misa, if Mia Sutton is... Bella Swan, you're not Misa. Get out of here. I mean, she kind of has like the clingy vibe, but it wouldn't have been hard to make her a model. Like it's in the US, it wouldn't have made her hard to make her a model or blonde. There are lots of American girls that are blonde that could have looked like Misa, that you could have made work if you put more than 5% effort into the casting of this. Ah! So is she going to be second Kira? Are they going to reveal, is Rim going to be a thing in this? I feel like that's too much for this movie. We are already doing bad at the CGI of one Shinigami. We can't possibly do it with two. Oh, cool. Oh, so that's a different thing in this. So only Light can see it? You're admitting this in a cafeteria? No, what? No! Misa's a fashion icon. This girl can't even wear a shirt that doesn't have... The shirt has a hole in the middle of it. I sound like an old lady, but I'm like, girl, upgrade your fashion. Maybe there's not modeling in Seattle. Maybe no models exist there. That one look, though, she gave, that detached look, that did seem a little bit like Misa. But just, what? Why? Yeah, because she can't see him, so... Man, they are all about dropping the F-bomb in this. Like, I have no problem with the F-word, but, like, it needs to be, like, used appropriately. Oh, we're just gonna be, like, we get it. Oh my god, why? Ah! Look what I just did. Steps into traffic. She's like, God, your handwriting sucks. Ah! No! Did you? Did you? Her look! She just looks so freaked out, right? She just looks so freaked out. Oh, is he actually having remorse? Is he actually showing, like, realizing the complications of this? We're like a third of the way through this and we have no L, which is baffling to me. Yeah. Interesting. If she, like, pushes him to be... She's the one that's the catalyst for this? What? Oh, okay. Okay. She encourages him to, like, become a dynamic duo. Interesting. There's, like, little tiny parts of this movie that if they were done well could actually have been a neat twist. But, oh, now we all know Light is not straight. If she, like, is the commanding one and the dominating one in this relationship, and she's making him do things, I might be halfway okay with this. She's not Misa at all. But if she's like, I'm gonna be the boss bitch in this, sure. I'm not surprised they're, like, making Light into girls, but if she's like... Like, she's asking him to kill all the people! She's the one encouraging this! What? Oh my god! We're having sex after committing mass murder. She's like, I love that she's kind of the mastermind behind this. It's like the craziest fanfic AU, right? But Light's so out of character. We're talking about it in the library. A place that's quiet so everyone can hear us. Genius. We got this. Genius. What the fudge? No. They just come out and say, but in the show, the people choose the name Kira, not Light. She's like, this is baffling. These guys would be so easy to figure out, though, and find. Like, Elle would have them found in like, seconds. They're not subtle at all. And they spent half their time telling each other their plans in public locations. Just... Oh my god, Kira saves! Ah! On a church! This is amazing. This is so bad. Okay. Come on, we're 30 minutes in. Is it going to be the twist that Elle is from Japan instead of Light being from Japan? Is that going to be the... Is that going to be the twist? What? No! No! Oh my god, that's Elle? But Elle's in white! Elle's always dressed in... Well, I mean, at least they got the limo like Watari, but Elle's always dressed in white with the jeans. And... but... What the fudge? Like 8 hours, not one. I mean, Watari, sure. Not the song I would have picked. I wish he would have sang the OP. That would have been amazing if he just sang the OP from the anime. But, I mean, the voice is fine for Elle. His voice is fine, but, like, the entire, like, the jeans and without socks and, like, I mean, his movements kind of are a little bit, but it's not, it's, like, definitely more froggy. But he's, like, all in black. Elle's never all in black. Looks like a ninja. I mean, I guess that's the twist, but then he talks in... Why is their house such a mess? This is definitely the American version of Soichiro. It is. And I'm like, wait, why? there are so many mind-boggling decisions that have been made. Why is she staring at him so creepily? So do they not like him there? What a devil speaks. I mean, the guy playing Watari is great. I like him. He's not quite as warm and fuzzy like a granddad giving you cookies at night. But he's fine. This would be the easiest case to crack. Like, there's no... Light in this version isn't smart. He's just... Like Misa's the one pulling the strings. I hear things. I'm just... What? Will they at least have the dignity to give, like, the font? Okay, they at least did that. Good. You did the bare minimum. All the candies. Okay, is he at least doing the pose with the knees? But he wears all black. That's interesting. I'm like, I don't blame this guy for trying. He has the movements down for L. He does. I just imagine this guy auditioned for this movie and they're like, we want you to play L. And he went, okay. I guess. They just did our job for us, Light. Oh. She's like, what? They need our help, Light. Why would we do crack investigations on government websites to find these names when we have somebody's blog? I'm just not imagining the Light Turner in this movie holding this L in his arms as he dies. I'm having a hard time visualizing it. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll be woefully proven wrong. I just don't think it's going to be as erotic as that. But okay, they got the tray of food right, so they've clearly watched some of this. Nope. And they've watched the show because that's the ice cream, the match ice cream. They've watched this series. How would you not know? That's too much of a coincidence. No. Oh, James, of course. So true, it's James, of course. Why wouldn't it be? James is like the most common. But this, like I I do like the striped furniture. Like, that's kind of cool. With the ice cream cone, but like, oh yeah, okay. This guy, I can't get too mad at him because he's like, this is what I'm doing. But I'm like, the directorial decisions of how he's dressed are kind of baffling. But like, this guy's doing the best he can. He at least seems like he watched the show enough to know Elle. But then again, why is this happening? Elle would never get in a live press conference. No. Turn on the news light. Just do it. Oh shit, someone knows that Kira's a murderer. With the American flag in the background. Just so you all are aware, this garbage is American made. And I'm gonna massage your feet when I find you! Light, be nice to Ryuk. Who does he think he is? We're the murderers here. It wasn't very subtle, I know. Yes. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Oh my god. I'm baffled, y'all. I'm absolutely baffled. I feel like whoever wrote this watched the first maybe 3 episodes and then decided to finish the fan fiction themselves. In the darkness. Ha! He's like, Nope. No. Well, that's kind of on the nose. That actually is pretty hilarious. Oh wait, there's repercussions for what I did? Oh. Yeah. Oh, oop. And I oop. What? I feel like they picked Seattle to film this because it just isn't a constant gray filter. It's just a constant state of gloom. Oh, is it supposed to be Ray Pimbar? Oh my god. Yes. You know what? I'm not even mad at Elle in this. He's trying the best he can. He can't help you got cast for this role. He wanted a paycheck. Hmm. I just am amazed at their dynamic in this. What? No, that's a very light answer. Oh my god. I like that Light in this version is just letting Mia know how he feels. I I I have lots of conflicted thoughts about Mia's character in this, but oh my god. She's like, I'm taking this book. If she took the Death Note, that'd be hilarious if she actually took it. What if she took the Death Note and Light has to team up with Elle to take down Mia? What if that's what happens? What if this series does this? What if Mia in this realized that Light's... Oh, okay, that Light's useless in this movie? Okay, wait, is he wearing white now? Is he wearing the white shirt with the jeans now? Please, let this be a thing. Or are they just gonna commit this like mass suicide? Yeah, they literally are. That's so ridiculous! Oh my god, why? So the 12 FBI agents committed, but they knew it was 12. Light, I think she killed them, you dumbass. Yeah, Mia killed them, not Ryuk. No, oh my god, Light. Wait, what? So Ryuk killed them? So if I look through the notebook and find... What? What the fudge? Why are we watching this? Why? She's... What? So is Ryuk actually the one that killed the 12 FBI agents? Or was it Mia? I mean, to be fair, L is really unnoticeable other than having the mask on. But if this was like 2020, I know this was filmed in 2017, but if it had been filmed a little bit later, I mean, would have not been seen as weird. Aw, does Light understand his dad's sense of justice? Is that what he's understanding? Aw, really? Well, then what? Do you just do it because he double dog dared you? What? What? Ah! Her face! Oh my god. Oh my god! Dude, you don't stick your dick in crazy. Rule 1. I'm just kind of... I keep waiting for Light and Ella to team up to take Mia down, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. Whoa, oh! Like, Light actually being considerate and caring for his dad? What? Ah! I'm just making sure you hadn't died. Great. Best screenwriting. Aw. So Light's regretting being, driven to the state of being a murderer and tells his dad he's proud of him? He just came to the conclusion that it's Light. Wait! Oh my god! Is this the coffee scene? But... Oh, there's Ryuk. Ah! We're just here! We're just here! Are they gonna team up against Mia? No, I know it! Womp, womp, womp. Shed some light on it. Womp, womp, womp. He can just reach over, like, grab it and take the face mask off. Are they really gonna team up? Are they gonna, like, try to kill Ryuk together? There's so much that's wrong and mind-boggling. Oh my god. Ah! But what? I thought they were gonna work together for a hot second, but apparently not. Nope, apparently that's not how it's going down. Why? Girl, you could have waited inside. There was a porch you could have waited under. Ah! Ah! Did she kill the dad? Ah! Did she kill the dad? Do umbrellas not exist in Seattle? Why is this happening? I thought, but what? But he can't do that. You don't know his last name. But you don't know his last name. That's such bullshit. Oh, that's a thing? Well, St. Martin's. I mean, this is pretty... What's retarded with these tattoos? Ah! Why? But this is not... This is so batshit. Like, would Elle not have noticed Watari was leaving? Would he not have noticed that? Yeah, are you not realizing where Watari is? Yeah, he's not there, so... Uh, and he left the briefcase with the laptop there. Oh, I do kind of like Elle being concerned for Watari. I do kind of like that, but... Ah! Okay, so they didn't kill the dad. Well, that's good. Why? Ah! Just that girl. She has to go. Not subtle. I love they make her go to the other room. Ah! This is ridiculous. You just let her sit on the staircase and listen? Light's face! What is Soichiro? What is James? Slake Soichiro! No! Oh, Light! Oh, no! Light's so wounded! He's wounded! No! I'm just imagining Soichiro telling Elle that he'll fucking kill him. No! This is baffling. No! No! It's like every moral, every like lesson learned from Death Note, they don't even touch base on it in this. What the fudge? Light's room! What? Are we gonna get Mellow and Near? We've got like 30 something minutes left. I had to go cross country, bitch. Oh, wait, Seattle! This is where Twilight was filmed! Is this occurring in the same universe? Are there going to be vampires? Is Mia a vampire? Yeah! Oh, say she has a death note then. Okay. Also, that top hat, ridiculous. The worst. You couldn't find one that even fit his head properly. Do you even have costuming for this? Everything's so messed up. Nothing is right. There's just gonna be like a file book with his name in it in this abandoned mansion. What? No. It's like, God, those candies would be... Some critter would have gotten into that. Oh, and the walls is the same pattern as the chairs and stuff. That's kind of neat. But also, why? Did they just find an abandoned haunted house? Why would... How would him going here help him find any evidence? Like, why would that be a thing? How would he know all of this? How would he know to find this? Why is there a snake in the ceiling? In the anime, Utari's the guy that's founded the house, but here, he just seems to kind of know about it. That should be fairly obvious. What? Why are they in Elle's limo? Why were they in that limo? What was that? Oh, God. Like, that plaid shirt and bow tie. What? What? That's atrocious. That's the worst decision of this film. Oh, I mean, those mice would have already ate that candy long ago that was on the floor. They would not have spared that for dozens of years. Like, how does he know where to go? How? What? No! Screenwriting 101. His name's gonna be like Lawrence or something. Oh, the song they pick is Stalemate. That's funny. That is kind of funny. Little we know that Brandon's supposed to be mellow. Oh, are they assuming that they'll think that that guy is light? I'm just picturing... oh, God, no, it's not light at all. I'm just picturing the light from the anime doing these things, and it's unintentionally hilarious. Oh my god, he's not gonna say it, is he? No! Oh my god, why'd they kill him? Oh, and Ryuk had them shoot him because it's after 7. Oh, Ryuk is evil in this. This is taking what? So did Ryuk tear it out? She's like, okay, we've slow danced for like 6 songs now. Like, what is the purpose of this scene? Is he contemplating killing her? What is happening? Is he gonna kill Brandon? Don't kill Brandon. He's not done anything, Light. He's like, I'm just awkwardly standing here. Ah, this girl! You don't get to feel superior for being a pussy is the greatest Light Yagami related line I've ever heard. Yeah, it wasn't Ryuk, obviously. Oh my god! It's been her this whole time. Raymond Young instead of Ray Pinbar! What?! I can't! He is gonna team up with L to stop Misa! Oh, of course, the no audio! L's got a gun, y'all! He's packing! Oh shit, he's gonna shoot up Light and Mia! I wish I could tell y'all how baffled I am right now. Brandon! He didn't ask for this! What? They're coming after you! Don't mind me, just sneaking out here unsuspiciously. Was he trying to, like, write as many people's names down as possible at the last minute? Is he pulling a Takada? Is that what he's doing? Or is he writing down the name of all the cops? How? What? Why are they looking for Light, though? Do they know that he's Kira? I thought they were looking for L. I thought they were looking for L. Why are they looking for Light? I love the drive safe, drive slow gets trashed. That's like, this is B-movie schlock. Oh my god. He's like, you killed Watari! You gotta die! I'm like, is he gonna, like, unload on Light? Get out of my way, gang! I love that they just get out of L's way. They're like, let him go. Oh, go up to the top of the tower. Do it. Go up to the top of that damn tower. Do it. I want this finale to be on top of a tower. Oh, damn it. It's not the top of the tower. I'm curious why they're getting Light. Like, what's the deal? How do they know anything's connected to him? Ah! Knocked over that hobo! Just how much shit can we wreck? I mean, we're doing an amazing job at wasting time. This movie is doing an amazing job at creatively wasting our time. Who needs giant philosophical discussions of good versus evil when you could have a chase through a hotel? Light would never tell anyone sorry, so not accurate. Oh, damn it. L, you should have known. Not realistic. L would... Oh, no, shit! Oh, shit! Is this Mikami? If his name is freaking Michael, I'm gonna die. You are joking! No! I want to, like, just shoot her in the face. That terrible place to have a standoff. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? No, you're trapped on a Ferris wheel. Oh my God! Oh, honey, she don't care. She's gonna push him out. She's gonna push him out of the Ferris wheel. Push him out of the Ferris wheel. What? Oh my God! What? What? Are you joking? This is the end that meets both of them. They both deserve this. This is the end they deserve. What? Are they both gonna die? Oh my God! And this song! And this song! Oh my God! Ah! Of course. Of course. Of course. I am... Elle lived! Elle lived! He freaking lived! He's like, well, I'll take this. Wait. Oh, it burned the page with Light's name in it, didn't it? And it's not midnight, is it? So he's gonna live. He's gonna do the dramatic, like, hand over the hand on the book. Wait! Well, who is that? Ah. So we're gonna keep using you to solve crimes. What? Same graffiti font and everything. Somebody has gotten it down to an art form. What? Ah! That's so stupid! The nurse can come in while he's in a coma and see that. I'm pretty sure Light was done with the book, though. He's like, oh, how the hell did I end up here? What's this? What's this business? How's this work? Ah. When I wake up from a coma, I just instantly unplug everything and just go. I don't know about how you've all been in comas, but that's how I deal with it. She was crazy. Glad I don't have to deal with her anymore. You don't have any killing notebooks behind your pillows, do you, son? This room's got some bad lighting. I need to turn on the lights in here. Who does that? Who just sits there with this kid with no lights on? Turn on a lamp. An overhead, something. What? What? How does he know? Why would you go to that conclusion? Why would you come to that conclusion just by that? I got resuscitated by a sexual predator. I mean, aside from bypassing 1,000 rules from the actual series. Well, he got off pretty fine. Mysteriously. Oh my god, yeah, sure. Is he gonna write his name on it? Is Elle gonna kill Light with a death note? No! Really? With this song playing? Light years away. He's like, wait, what? And we don't find out if he actually killed him or not. No! What? 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 What is this BS? What? What? I'm like, are they gonna give us like anything with like a sequel bait thing? I mean, we can't get Rim because that's done. Emma Potter, was this your first costume design? No, are we gonna get behind the scenes? Are we getting bloopers? Are we getting bloopers? We're getting bloopers! What? What? You don't deserve this! You don't deserve bloopers! You don't get the right! What is that? Lion L laughing it up in the coffee shop! How dare you bitches do that to us? Adam Wingard, shut up with that artsy ballet artist, the last part of it. No way. No way. Is there any end credits? There's not. It was Ryuk Productions? Are you friggin' kidding me? We actually have things to talk about. Huh. Okay. I'm going to say first and foremost, that was a garbage fire, but it is not as bad as Dragon Ball Evolution. It's not, but it's mind-boggling. It is a mind-boggling hour and 40 minutes because I almost wanted to bring Whiteboard Kun out because they're like, I dare say there are pros because there's not really pros, but it's so frustrating. This movie is frustrating more than anything because there are little tiny nuggets of this movie that make me go, the people writing it clearly, there's parts where I'm like, they watched the show, like the Watari bit with the green ice cream cone. I feel like maybe they didn't even watch the show. I feel like they went on YouTube and looked up some clips. And they were like, oh, okay, so his dad's a cop. Okay, cool. Watari serves ice cream in that one scene of the task force. Okay, cool. Misa, she's like in love with Light and they work together as Kira. Oh, okay. And Elle is trying to track him down. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like they just watched like a montage of clips on YouTube. They did like barely any research. And then got their hands somehow on like some of the rules to the Death Note from like episode 1. And then just rolled with it because I'm like, it's so mind-boggling. And the worst part is that when it comes to movies like this, I don't want to blame the actors so much. Like, granted, the acting's not actually horrendous. It's not as embarrassing as I thought it was going to be. We need to go through this because I feel like this movie is bad. It's not great. But the reason why it's bad is if this were an original movie that was like an original premise and wasn't based off Death Note, the anime and manga, I think I'd feel better about it. And I found myself about halfway through because this story takes a turn. It just feels like they didn't even do their homework. They just made up this story on the bare bones of what they thought they knew about Death Note, didn't do any homework, didn't do any kind of character analysis, anything with the characters at all. And so it almost feels like its own movie. It doesn't even feel like Death Note. And so at about halfway through the film, I was like, okay, well, maybe we'll just treat this like it's its own thing. And it's still unintentionally hilarious because some of the decisions are really batshit bonkers. But I was like, okay, let's give this story as a fair shake as we can. The Mia Misa twist is by far the most insane thing. We should have known she was evil all along. She was smoking a cigarette on the playground in the first scene. Like, here's the thing. There are some things this movie does that I'm okay with. And I almost wish that the story itself had maybe played around with. Like, there's some concepts that I'm like, that would have been neat. Like the idea that you have to write a specific cause of death adds a little bit more agency to it. It's not like you write a name and they just die. You have to write a cause of death. That I just watched the Simpsons parody like yesterday of this, and in that one you couldn't write the same death twice in that parody, and here you have to write a cause of death. I kind of like that. I kind of like that there is some responsibility to it. You have to choose a cause of death. The dealer's choice aspect of it is interesting. They make Ryuk very, very menacing in this version, and Ryuk is kind of like this force of he's sinister, whereas I do like that in the anime Ryuk is very neutral. Ryuk's not a monster. The humans are the monsters in Death Note. Ryuk is not a monster. Ryuk's just like, I'm just here being a Shinigami, doing my thing. But in this movie, they give him more of a sinister presence, even though Mia turns out to be the one that's crazy. I now almost wish that there had been a character called Mia in the actual Death Note, and that her character had existed next to Light's, although we'll talk about Light. But yeah, I kind of like the idea that you have to write a cause of death. I liked that aspect of it. I thought that was pretty neat. I did like the idea that the previous user's writing was in the notebook in the Death Note. I kind of wish that had been the anime, because I like the fact that the previous users' names were all in there, and when the person has a line like, don't trust Ryuk, granted, that wouldn't work in the Death Note of the anime because Ryuk is, again, a neutral party. But I kind of thought it would be kind of creepy and cool if people tried to leave Light notes to be like, hey, don't do this, or I'm going to kill myself, or do this, and then Light's just like, eh. You know, it just ignores it, but it would have been a cool touch. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. I like that. But damn, the guy playing Light, let's talk about him for a second, because I I feel this way about like Hayden Christensen in the Star Wars prequels. Like Hayden's, a lot of it has to do, and I'm very much, I've had friends that are actors. I have had friends that have acted before, and they've talked to me about it. Like, you're given a role and someone gives you stuff to do, and they're like, you just do what you can to the best of your ability. And it's kind of based on the director and the source material. And so I like to use Hayden Christensen as an example, that he's not the greatest actor by any means. But in the prequels, he's given some pretty terrible dialogue to work with. And if you've ever watched behind the scenes where George Lucas is trying to direct him, it's not very good. In this, the guy playing Light, he's not terrible. The problem is that this character in this movie is not Light Yagami. It is Light Turner. Like, they're not the same people. There is no semblance of Light Yagami in this guy's character. And I can't really blame it on the guy, because when you sit down and look at the writing is atrocious for his character. Like, the only thing is, that was one thing I did kind of like at the beginning, was the idea that he was writing out notes and giving out guides to the other students, kind of suggesting that he's smart and that he's an intelligent person. They go nowhere with that in that movie. In this movie, they go nowhere with that. They dump that off like the first 5 minutes. They're like, oh, he's kind of smart, but then they do nothing with it. And then we're supposed to, at the very end, expect that big, long-winded, like, that was supposed to be the big reveal of his plans, and it's like the most rudimentary, basic thing ever, and you're like, okay, Light. Good plan. But yeah, they really don't do anything with it. And his character is nothing like Light Yagami. I mean, other aside from that blonde hair and the brown eyes, there's nothing. Like, he's not, even like his attitude. Like, he starts trying to convince Mia he doesn't want to use the Death Note anymore and wants to give it up. I'm like, they start out wanting to be gods of this new world, and then he changes his mind. I was like, he realizes the errors of his ways. And I'm like, this is mind-boggling. I feel like this is what somebody wanted to write Light Yagami being like. And I'm like, no. So that doesn't match up at all. The guy doesn't do a bad job acting, but his character is not Light Yagami. No, I'm glad they made it Light Turner, because it's a totally, it's a turn of a character, right? It's not right. It's kind of like, this is like the Bizarro World versions of these characters. It really is, with the exception like Ryuk is sinister, whereas in the anime he's neutral. In this, Light's just a scrub, where in the anime he's a pompous, egotistical scrub. In this, Misa is like kind of ditzy but resourceful. Mia's a hardcore psychopath. And then you have Soichiro versus James. And James is the American version of Soichiro, like the American exaggeration of Soichiro. Like, he's a cop, but he's like, that's one thing I didn't like about this film, is they combined Misa and Light storylines to be like, to try to give Light motivation to kill the first criminal, that he killed the man that was responsible for his mom's death, and that we're supposed to feel empathy for his character because of that. But that's Light's whole deal in the entire series, is that he believes he's, this guy has a god complex. And this Light Turner does not have a god complex. He's just a moron that has this Death Note. And if this had been the anime, they would have been found out in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. This movie also takes a lot of liberties on how the Death Note works. They're like, well, once we write down making you do stuff in the Death Note, you have to do it. Like, it's mind control for the next 24, 48 hours. And I'm like, that's not exactly how the Death Note works. But okay, you do you, movie. And also, I'm like, they didn't even know all of Watari's name. How could they make Watari do anything when they didn't know his full name? That's a plot hole. No. But yeah, I can't get mad at the actor playing Light. Like, he's not terrible. He just is doing the best with what he's given. What he's given is shit. So that's problematic. This movie also suffers from bad 2015 to 2018 CGI, where it's just realistic and gross enough that I'm like, we didn't need that. There's also lots of little plot contrivances, like the whole thing with the room getting wrecked. We don't see where that goes. I don't know why Light and James's house is next to a train station. That doesn't make sense. The way that this film is shot, which I was just realizing now, Twilight was filmed in Washington or takes place in Washington. I'm like, were you trying to make Death Note appeal to the Twilight crowd? I feel like you were. I feel like this girl auditioned, the girl that plays Mia Sutton, I feel like she auditioned for Bella Swan, didn't get the role, and now here we are. So yeah, interesting, right? It's so baffling. But yeah, it felt like a Zack Snyder Twilight-esque. It was like Man of Steel meets Twilight, but it's supposed to be Death Note. It was just the most bizarre stylistic choice. I also don't like how in the anime, like, Light is this prim, proper, pristine picture of perfection. Here he's kind of like a dork. It's like, he does get the Chad Bostwick, like, Gokuification from Dragon Ball Evolution, like, where he's just like, he can't get the girl. And I'm like, Light Yagami believed he could get the girl and then some, even if he didn't want some. Like, there's clearly not an attention to Light's character whatsoever, which... And this guy that was playing him may not have watched Death Note at all. He may have just been like, oh, I'm this guy? Sure. I would like money. Thank you. But the girl playing Mia, aka Misa, the girl doing that, she's interesting. And they do some interesting things with her character. When she started taking control and being the dominating one, I was like, Mia's gonna wear the pants in this and be the one that wants to be Kira and be all for justice and not just for Light. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of about that twist. If I have one positive thing to say about this movie, it is that they did not make Mia's character like a sexually assaulted, victim. She's just kind of crazy. And she takes matters into her own hands and is like, come on, Light, don't be a pussy. That line she says at the very end about him being a pussy is the funniest damn thing. Because I never thought Light Yagami or Light Turner would have that line thrown at him. But yeah, I kind of am, the fact that she becomes one that wants to like be gung-ho about this, I was kind of all about it in this because Light's character in this makes it kind of interesting. And then it doesn't really go anywhere. That's the problem. But it was fun. I was like, okay, this is not Mia. This is not Misa. Not Misa. Not at all. It's Mia. I'm assuming this is a completely different character. I'm not even going to dignify it with being Misa. Her name is Mia Sutton, and she is not Misa Amane. She is a totally different character. She's not like Misa at all. At all. The only thing close to her and Misa similarly is that they both like Light. That's it. She's a totally different character, totally different motivations, totally different personality. Just, she's not Misa at all. So I'm not going to refer to her as such. She's just Mia. And it's fine. The actress playing her is kind of bonkers. She has like that spacey look, like she's trying to be like Zooey Deschanel and Bella Swan put together. And she's just kind of crazy. I really am like, okay, we'll do this. I like that, of course, they had to like make Light like a girl. I was not getting my hopes up that there was going to be an L Light romance in this. Wasn't getting my hopes up. But I like that he's so timid. He's like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, then I'll tell you what to do. I was like, okay, all right, sure thing. We can do that. But here's the thing. So L, again, L. I will give this actor a little bit of praise because he was trying. And for the first third of when he's in the film, I was like, okay, he's trying to do the movements of L. He's trying to get like the motions and the movements down. He's trying to do the voice. He's trying to have this kind of like aloofness to him, but still being smart. I was like, he is doing his best. And he almost seems like he read the source material. I feel like he might have gone back, maybe watched a few more YouTube clips than the director and kind of knew a little bit about this character because he tries. He's trying his best. I sincerely, though, believe that he went and auditioned and they're like, we want you to play L. And he's like, you want me to play L? I mean, I can. But it's so frustrating because he's dressed in black and red like the whole series. And I'm like, that's not L style at all. But in one scene, he's wearing the white shirt and looks like jeans. And I'm like, well, that's L's look. So maybe he's going to become L now. It's like in one scene, it's like a throwaway scene. I feel like that was the first scene they shot of him with the white shirt on. And they were like, nah, it doesn't look cool. We're going to put you in all black. And he's like, did you guys read the same thing that I did just now? Yeah, I'm like, why didn't you, if you had at least tried to make his character like L, I would have been like, sure, but nope. Like, the only and he's eating the candy and stuff. Like, they clearly read some parts of it. And I thought it was kind of a twist that they had Elle. Originally, I thought Elle was going to be Japanese. And I was like, well, that would be a twist if you had Light and Misa in America, and then Elle was from Japan and came over to America instead of Elle being over in Europe and or New York and coming over to Japan. I'm like, okay, you're going to do that twist, that subversion. That would have been interesting. But then they don't. And I'm like, okay. There's no task force. There's no Matsuda. There's no Aizawa, which, again, one good thing is they kept this self-contained, where there was no task force, there was not all the subplots, things like that. But it's such to this movie's detriment to where they can't really do anything. Like, they had to come up with this original plot for Mia and Light and Elle because they don't have time to do any of the arcs from the series, because you got an hour and 40 minutes, and they spent 30 minutes of that setting up the Death Note and Mia's entrance. So they really only had an hour to play with Elle. And so they didn't have time to do anything. So they just made up their own plot. And I'm like, It's like they really just, they couldn't do anything original, which is interesting. They just had to go. And like, when Soichiro was like, I'll kill you, Elle, I was like, I just am imagining Soichiro Yagami in the anime saying he's going to effing kill Elle, and I'm like, what am I watching? What am I even viewing? What is this? But yeah, and then Elle, of course, there were a couple cool things that were neat, like the fact that the patterns on the furniture, the Beetlejuice style patterns, matched the ones in the whammy house or their equivalent of it. That was kind of neat. I aesthetically liked that. God, that shot of Elle in front of the press conference with the American flag behind him. What the fudge? Like, how cheesy. How cheesy. This is not a Sam Raimi film. But yeah, it's so bizarre because, again, I feel like the director and the writers had no clue what this actual show was about, because Elle would never go in front of a press conference. There was no intrigue or detective work in this movie at all. There was no detective work. It was literally just the most bare bones. I was like, Light and Mia would be discovered in 5 seconds by Elle in the anime. Not even a contest. They're literally in the middle of libraries talking about their plans. Why would you pick a library? Everyone can hear you because no one's talking. Like, it was really bad. But yeah, I can't say it wasn't entertaining. And I love that Light and Mia, as they're like in disguise, their disguise is they're wearing sunglasses on the Ferris wheel. It was great. Again, I'm not quite sure I understand like the need to just drop the F-bomb every 5 seconds in this movie. I think a lot of movies do that to make themselves seem very important and to seem mature. And I'm like, no, if there's not a reason behind it, it just kind of comes off as kind of amateurish. And I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, halfway through the movie, there's a scene with Elle with the white shirt on. I was like, I was thinking that was going to go somewhere, and it did not. Okay, Ryuk's whole deal. Ryuk, aside from his character being more sinister, much more so than anime, Ryuk's voice acting by Willem Dafoe is easily the best thing in this movie. Willem Dafoe, how can you not love him? He plays a crazy antagonist really, really well. I liked him as Ryuk. I think he knew the source material, or the person casting was like, that's gotta be Ryuk, which is the best casting choice in this whole film. My thing was the CGI was really bad, and they were so embarrassed of how bad the CGI looked that they didn't want to show us. That they just kept him in the shadows and in dark lit rooms the entire movie because they were too embarrassed to show us what their CGI looked like. And I'm like, I've seen the Japanese live action stills to know that Ryuk at least looks like Ryuk. This one looked like a very Green Goblin-esque thing. Right? God, this is so interesting though. The scene in the cafe is still mind-boggling to me because just shows up out of nowhere. Elle just pops up in the cafe where Light's at, and I really got my hopes up thinking, okay, Light and Elle are gonna team up to take down Mia. I thought that's where this was going. I was like, okay, movie, if you do this, if you have Light realize the errors of his ways, that the Death Note was bad. At this point, it's not even Light Yagami, so his character is so far removed from the Light Yagami that we know from the anime. I'm like, you know what? If he regrets using the Death Note, wants to get rid of it, cool. If he teams up with L to take down Mia, I was ready for it. I was like, I'm here for this. That would have salvaged the movie for me if you had gone that totally different route. But then they make L like so bound and determined to figure out that Light is Kira and to prove it, that Light just gets mad and he's like, I'm going to take you down, Light. And Light's like, well, never mind. I'm not going to work with you anymore. I'm going to go back to Mia. The two of them standing in the rain. Umbrellas don't exist in Seattle. We don't know how ponchos work either. So we're just going to get soaked and then we're going to go make out in the rain. It's totally fine. And then they convince Watari to go on this search for his name, but it doesn't work. I thought the twist that you could burn a page from the notebook and save someone's life, it's not great writing because there's more than one name on the page usually, so how would that work? But it was an interesting plot device to at least get, to make it to be like, okay, Mia is trying to dupe Light a little bit. And then we had the whole thing with the homecoming, which, Emma Potter, I know, girl, this might have been your first costume design thing, but you couldn't have gave Light like a tux. He had on like a flannel shirt with that bow tie. No. Again, they don't know Light Yagami at all. Also, the whole thing with the whammy house equivalent, why would they just leave a bunch of documentation on all these orphans just lying around in a random house? Like stuff like that makes me wonder as I'm an audience member. My parents hate watching movies with me because they're like, stop talking. And I'm like, but this. I'm like, why? You would think it would be either like locked up in the newer way. I thought that we were going to get like Mello and Nier. I thought they were going to try to sneak them in here, have them be at the house in Moondock or wherever, and then they were going to have access to L's name. But nope, we don't get that. We don't even get his name. I thought it was going to be like Lawrence or something. I was going to be like, oh God. But no, and so then Light realizes he basically plans out his master scheme as Mia's like, give me the notebook. And I love when she tell him, she's like, I'm an effing cheerleader. Give me the GD book. And I was like, she got the best lines in this whole movie. She got the best lines of just, I'm just an effing cheerleader, Light. I'm like, you could have made her a model. You could have totally made her a model. Although, here's the thing. With this Light Yagami or this Light Turner, no model would have dated him. So probably a more realistic move that the director and the screenwriter chose. But yeah, I still don't understand why they were looking for Light when L was the one that was after him. I'm still a little confused about that. It's not great writing either. And then we wasted so much time with the chase between Light and L. We wasted so much time. Right? Because I was like, we could have been having these philosophical discussions about the morality of killing and good versus evil, and like they do in the anime, and had these rousing speeches about what it means to be a god versus a murderer. But nah, we're just gonna run through this restaurant. And then I really thought the guy that knocked L out, I was like, is he supposed to be Mikami? Like, no, we don't even get that. And then they go to that damn Ferris wheel, and Light shoots the Ferris wheel controls, which you didn't have to do, and then he throws the gun out, which I'm like, oh, why did you do that? And just, oh my God. And then Mia's character goes batshit crazy, takes the notebook from him. I would like to believe that they have Ryuk in that leather outfit on there. I'm pausing this movie, and some of the actor that plays Light's expressions are absolutely amazing. They're just amazing screenshots. I feel like if he could have actually, I don't know, now I feel bad because I feel like she could have maybe been Misa if she tried and was given the source material. And the guy playing L, I feel like maybe he could have been L. Could have worked out. And the guy playing Light, honestly, if he was giving better direction and a better screenplay, he could have made it work. That's the most frustrating part, is that, there's elements of like Dragon Ball Evolution that are unsalvageable. They're just so not good. And the acting is it is the epitome of not working. But here, the frustrating part is if you had had a better script and better direction and a cast that knew the source material, you could have at least made it passable. And here it's just frustrating because it's just a hot train wreck. And I was entertained by it, for sure. It wasn't boring to me. I was just mind boggled. Like, what is happening? Why are we making these decisions? Who greenlit this? And then at the very end, of course, they give us like an Inception style, like, is L gonna kill Light? What's gonna happen? And then we don't find out. How dare they? And then they have the audacity to give us bloopers. It's like, you are all absolutely ridiculous. Nope. So Vancouver. So this was also filmed in Canada. Fun times. Vancouver, the aviation place, random people letting us, British Columbia. Oh, with participation of the province of British Columbia Production Tax Service credit. Oh, so this was filmed in Canada so that it was probably cheaper. Nice. Okay, got it. Oh my God. Not surprised. Ryuk Productions LLC is the author of this motion picture. Of course it is. Well, that was interesting. I can't say I hated that. I can't say it was the worst thing I've ever seen. It was mind-boggling in how frustrating it was. And it was so far removed from Death Note. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better that it wasn't trying to be Death Note too much, because I could have fun with it because it was doing its own thing, even if its own thing was terrible. I felt like it wasn't as insulting to the source material as it could have been. If they tried to cram in Mellow, Near, Rim, the whole task force, if they tried to cram all that in to this film, like a Super Mario Brothers-esque thing from the 90s, I would have been really upset with it. But here, it's just like, I'm very indifferent about it. Am I going to watch this again? No. The anime is so much better than I would watch the anime over this any day. But I feel like it's not completely ruined shattered my soul. It's not completely shattered my soul. So there's that. God, I feel like I didn't drink enough of this during that. So I'll have to save this for another reaction. So I'm so curious to know your thoughts down below. So curious. This was a lot of fun, actually, to review. I'm glad we did that. What a great way to start out the new year, right? What a great way. We've still got more Death Note stuff to come reaction-wise this month, but I'm curious to know your thoughts down below. Thank you all so much for watching with me, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Happy New Year. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll be back soon with more Death Note. Bye.